Welcome to another exciting, mind-blowing episode of For the Sake of Heaviness.
Heavy! Heavy!
My name is Mercyful Mike. As always, I am joined with my partner here.
Who am I? Butch Ballach.
Yes, you are Butch Ballard.
I'm old and forgetful, but I'm heavy.
I can't remember my name, but I'm heavy. All right, so today we're going to challenge each other with a blind ranking. You may have seen us do this before. We did it with King Folly. We did it with the Cauldron guys. And I don't know, we just decided, shit, we never did this with each other. So let's have a little fun tonight. What is a blind ranking, you might ask? This is how it goes. Each of us will have 6 albums pulled, and we're going to ask the other person to rank those 1 through 6. The trick is you never know what album might be coming next. So where you rank them is very important. And by the way, Butch, as like we always tell everybody that does this, this is like in stone. Once this ranking is done, we publicize it everywhere. So, if Lady Gaga's your number 1 metal album of all time, well, that's just the way it's going to go. It's
And don't
not
be
in here, by
lying.
the way.
If you rank Lady Gaga number 1 and someone asks you 6 months from now on your vacation to Cyprus, for example, because I'm watching Love is Blind UK season 2 and they sent them to Cyprus. If someone asks you there, you have to say it because it'll get back to us, man.
It will.
We
Absolutely
take
will.
that. We take this so very seriously.
We take this heavily seriously.
Very heavy in a heavy sense.
So who's challenging who first? Do you want to go first, or you want me to?
I'll challenge you first.
All right.
I'll do it. All right, let's do.
I got my pen and paper here too, so I can keep track of yours.
All right, here we go.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready. Album number 1. Oh shit! You ain't fucking around, are you? Okay.
Man, I pulled gooders, man.
Rising Force. That's a marching out. So
1985.
Good. Okay. I will put that at number 4. Number 4 with Yngwie. It was actually the first Yngwie album I ended up getting. I remember buying it on cassette. And I remember that because I put it in my back pocket and I rode my bike all the way home. And when I got home, the case was all smashed.
Yeah, this is not the copy that I had, but this was the first Yngwie album that I got. I remember being like so intrigued by the album covers.
Yeah.
But I was looking for the first one initially, and I ended up buying this one. I'd probably heard I'll See the Lights Tonight in the local metal show. But anyway, that like my initial copy got scratched up because it went back to 85 and not all my records from then survived.
That's no joke, man.
But yeah, this is one of my favorites. I mean, these first 3-4 records he did are great.
Yeah, there's no question.
So that's number 4.
Got a little too heavy on the wankery in the later days, but yeah, those first 3, 4 were really good.
All right, let's stay with Sweden.
No,
wait. No. Let's go. Let's go to the United States for this one. Ready for this one?
Ready. Oh, Fifth Angel.
In the Fallout.
Oh. Actually, I mean, I love that album. I like the one prior to that a little bit more. Let's put that one. Shit. All right. Since it's Fifth Angel, we'll put it at 5.
All right. Fifth Angel. Man, I'm glad they're still doing stuff from time to time.
Aren't they just they was it this year they played Keep It True, or was it last year?
I think it was last, and they put out a record.
Yeah.
Their 4th album came out around the same time, and I liked that record. I liked it much better than the 3rd one. But man, I really miss Ted Poley. One of the
Yeah,
things that made this band special, I think, was his voice. Was
absolutely.
It brought like a melody to the music that I like the singer now, but man, Ted just had a. I just love Ted's voice. It's a shame he's not doing anything anymore.
No, I know. I mean, it was that voice was very identifiable with Fifth Angel, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think it made him
You know,
unique.
it.
It's kind of like like Phil Mogg and UFO gave them a unique thing, and I think it Ted's voice set them apart. He just has
Yeah,
a there's just a quality to his voice. Like he can hit all the notes, but like he doesn't. It doesn't ever sounds like he's going like overboard or like
right.
really like hitting the. He's not trying to be like gritty but he doesn't sound wimpy,
No, he's being
and he's
himself. He's
yeah. I
he's
mean, he's
he's very
just
comfortable in his zone.
phenomenal
In the
singer.
Cathedral, that's one of my favorite Fifth Angel tunes. I love that song.
That's a great song. All right, let's see. It's a Denmark.
Oh, ooh, man, you're pulling some. Oh shit. What is? See, this is we get to the point here where now I'm like, what else do you got in the stack?
Future World.
So good, so underappreciated. Oh
Dude,
man,
totally. Greg used to keyboards too for a band of this style. The keys, like
yeah.
that was one of the sellers for me when I heard the Future World for the first time.
I know a lot of people were not into the keys at that time either. That was back when keys aren't metal.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, they're
all
wrong.
right. Just because I don't know what's next, I'm gonna go. Fuck me, man. All right, sixth. And that's in my sixth spot.
Teammates number six. Dun, dun, da, 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 da. To California we go for epic power metal.
Oh, no, yeah, the good. Oh,
Ruby eyes, ruby eyes.
oh, man, so good. We'll go three.
Number three for Omen.
We'll
And
go
how
three.
great was freaking JD Kimball, man? The
Incredible,
vocals on that guy's got a
incredible.
great voice, and unfortunately, just recently lost Jody Henry,
Yep.
um, original
So
bass player. So
yeah, I saw. That was just within a few days, right? I think I saw somebody post
yeah,
that.
just
Yeah,
within the past week,
yeah.
yeah. So it's a bummer, man. The two of the guys
Yep.
from this lineup are gone.
It's been a
But
rough year for musicians, man.
yeah, but I remember
Great
hearing
album.
Ruby Eyes of the Serpent on was WXLV, I think.
Yeah,
One of the college staff was like, "Oh my god!" Like I saw these guys, obviously not with JD singing for him. I saw him out in Cleveland back in like 2002.
okay.
Penance played out there. It was like Anvil played that shit. It was so surreal for me to be on the bill. Omen played and Anvil played, and um, Omen had that Eternal Black Dawn record was out, and
Sure.
the promoter of the show was standing next to me while they were playing, and we were like rocking out to when they played Ruby Eyes of the Serpent. It's still one of my favorite all-time favorite metal songs.
Hell yeah, man.
So, all right, so this one's number three for you.
Yes. Oh shit. I probably screwed myself on something here.
We'll go back to Sweden for this one. Pretty metal record for these guys.
Yep. I know where that should be, but I guess I have no choice now. But let's go into number two.
You're not gonna ride the wings of
No,
tomorrow,
I'm
man.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Man,
Oh,
I love this record.
I gotta say a lot of people just shower them with accolades for a lot of that catalog, but I've never been a huge Europe fan. I mean, Norm was fantastic and everything, but Europe never did it for me. And the final countdown, just that was a nail in the coffin. I was like, no, okay, damn it. See? Ah, shit.
That's what's fun about this.
Well, here comes my number one.
Two, three, four. Five, six. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna pull this out anyway. And even though the configuration is weird, um, here's the
Oh, Witch Cross. Ooh, on the man. Well, it's my number one,
fight the
whether I want it to be or not.
fire, fight the fire in my heart.
I gotta tell you, dude, you dug way deeper than I did, man. I think I kept mine a little more on the mainstream side. So I'll remember that for next time.
I was trying to
Fucker.
do it purposely. I figured, I wasn't trying to be confusing or anything.
Where did you get that Witch Cross, man? I've not seen
You know
that
what?
reissue.
I don't know who I bought this from, but back in Hell's Headbangers,
Was it? Okay.
back in like 2012, whenever this came out, it was like the early 2010s, 2012, whenever this record was released. Here's what's funny, man. They did like a sale on this because this is a one, two, three. It's like a four record set.
Wow.
It's like got the Fit for Fight album and all these demos.
No kidding.
Um, yeah, and
Yeah, I had never seen
they
that.
had
That's
a
awesome.
they had a special sale because it was like dinged up a little bit. Like, dude, I'm telling you, like it's this right here.
Yeah.
And
I'll
I'm
take
like,
that all day, man. As long as the
I
vinyl's
could
good.
I could give a shit. Like
Right.
honestly, unless it was like totally slashed up,
Right.
the
Right.
records are perfect. Like, I don't care about this.
Oh,
It's just this tiny little ding, like
dude,
trying to
I will forgive a shitty album cover any day of the week if the vinyl's in real nice shape. I have no problem with that at all.
yeah, man. I mean, you don't listen to the cover.
Nope. No, you don't. Not at all. All right, so I guess I can send this to the presses. Witch Cross
Yep.
was my number one.
Yep. You
Europe was
want
number two. Allman number three. Ingve was four. Fifth Angel was five. Pretty Mage was in the basement at
Fit for
six.
Fight, Wings of Tomorrow, Warning of Danger.
I think it goes without saying.
I am a Viking.
Isn't Don't Let It Ends on that one too, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
All the
yeah,
great shits on here, man.
yeah.
Disciples of Hell.
Disciples of Hell, that's right. I always get the track listings goofed up between the first two. Yeah.
Yep. Where's that here? Pretty Moods. Man, Yellow Rain on here is phenomenal.
That whole album is good. All
Yep.
right. You ready?
As ready as I'm gonna be.
All right. I mean, you did a really good job, man. You dug deep. I kept mine a little on the mainstream side here, but I probably should have taken them out of the rappers, but the hell with it. Okay. Ready? Here comes number one.
Oh man. I always go between that and the debut is my favorite Van Halen record too. It
Yeah.
depends on my mood
Depends
that
on the day.
day.
Yeah. I
If I'm
usually
feeling a
will
little
say this is my favorite, but
yeah, I lean towards it, but then like if I'm feeling a little bit like more, if I'm in a little bit more of a party mood, it's that first one. But like this one is like that darker, meaner
it is totally.
record. Oh, damn. Number three.
Oof, going number three for the VH. Right. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. VH is at three. What's coming next?
Oh shoot, man. That would be high up on my list. I just don't know whether to see. I know it's gonna happen.
Same thing that happened to me.
Number two.
Okay.
God, I love that record though.
Sabotage number two. All right. We move along. Here we go, Butch. What do you do with this one?
Yikes. Oh,
Not their finest hour, but there's a few on here.
you know what though? It actually like it. I have a very soft spot in my heart for that record. I actually, if
In
you
your metal heart.
in my metal heart, it was the first one I bought by them. I saw them on that tour. Um, Number four for me.
Okay. Was
I
that
think
with
that record is underrated. Like I actually like that record more than Balls to the Wall.
oh, blasphemy.
Sorry,
Did you see that tour? Did they was that the one with Twisted Sister or Dio? I can
I
always
saw them open up for Maiden
for
on the
me.
Metal
Oh,
Heart
okay.
tour. It
Okay.
was Maiden was touring for Power Slave.
Power Slave. All right. So Fair Warnings at 3, Mountain Kings at 2, Metal Hearts at 4. All right. Here we go.
Oh, you know what? As much as I love Motorhead, um, and I do like that record, especially the title track. Oh, that's a number six for me.
Oh, okay. That's, a lot of people go extreme ways with that album for some reason. I rank it pretty high, but a lot of people are like,
In the grand scheme of the Motorhead catalog, like I'd probably put it in the top 10 somewhere.
yeah. Oh, there's
It
definitely
just
better albums in the
it's the
catalog, but
trying to figure out where you're going
yeah.
with this. I probably bit myself on one of these. I know it.
All right. Well, we'll see what you do with this one then. Ready?
Yeah. Ah, shit. That would have been my number six. I like Wasp a lot, especially the first two, and
Yep.
Headless Children. But that one is like the one of those big step back
Yes.
records. Damn you.
This is this is my Europe for you.
I mean, I love Sweet Cheetah on that record,
Yeah.
but like
I
some
love
of
the
that's
title track's great, man.
yeah, I'm not enamored with. I don't need no doctor is okay,
Yeah.
and 95 Nasty's just. I
I
like
like
King of Sodom and Sodom and Gomorrah is cool.
yeah.
I don't. That's number five. Damn it, that would have been the six. Although I don't know what you have that is my obvious number one.
All right.
Oh,
What will it be? So, okay, just to reiterate, Motorhead's at 6. You've got Wasp at 5. You've got Accept at 4. You got VH at 3. And Sabotage is at 2. Here comes number 1. Whether y'all like it or not. I think you will, though.
that's a good. Okay, that's a good record. However,
Probably wasn't going to be your number 1.
that would have been my number five. I think. I love Queensryche. Um, I'm like one of those people that am, I guess I'm weird or whatever, that I prefer I think the Warning is the best thing they ever did. And then Rage for Order. I mean, the EP, if you're going full lengths, the Warning,
Yeah.
Rage for Order. I like the first three though with the EP the best. I like Mindcrime a lot, but it never caught me the way that those records did. And
Yeah.
it's not as like, I don't know, it's just not as, it's not that everything has to be heavy. It just, I always like Queensryche better when they were the Warning, like is probably when they were at their most, that and EP they were at their most derivative. I like them the
Yeah.
best when they were like sounded like Priest and Maiden.
Sure.
uh I think it's a Mindcrime's a brilliant record though, but in terms of like how I would reach for it on the shelf, I don't reach for it to all that often. I don't know,
No. I pull for the Warning way more often than I do Mindcrime.
yeah, I mean I listen to the Warning fairly often for having as much stuff as I do and
Sure.
going back. But I don't know if you ever had I don't know if you and your friends are like this, but I had a friend that played every time we got in the car. Um, After this album came out, this tape was in the tape deck. I feel like we just talked about this. Did we just
Yeah.
talk about this?
Yeah. Well, actually, too, I think when we did our homegrown show, and then we were just talking with dudes talking metal. I came on a little late there, but Ronnie Vallejo, who owned Grand Central Records in Kenosha here, who is the one of the guitar players in Screamer, was a massive, massive Queensryche fan. So anytime you walked in the shop, man, it was just blaring from the speakers. But yeah, yeah, I think there was people that just could not pull that out of the deck for the longest time. And I really really liked it. I mean, I think it's a phenomenal album. And it came at a time too where um concept albums seem to be a little bit more popular. Me being a big King Diamond fan, coming off of those couple of concepts, this was a concept. So the whole storytelling aspect of these records was really cool.
Hmm.
So that pulled me in quite a bit too. But I mean, playing wise, and the way that that album flows, I think it's really, really good.
Oh, I mean, you can't mess with the musicianship and the
Yeah,
writing and the, like
that's a
you
lot of
said,
talent in there.
the flow of it. It yeah, and it they, excuse me, jeez. I did think, I think they started separating themselves with Rage for Order. Like that was a big step away from when I first heard that record. I was like, what's going on here? That
Yeah,
the first thing I heard was Walk in the Shadows, which is like, okay, cool,
yeah.
metal. And I got the tape, and then I think by the time I got into Gotta Get Close to You, I was like, what is going on? Like that
Dude,
album's like
I'll tell
they
you
went
what,
off the
the
reservation with that one.
Rage
And
for Rage for Order is like that gap between Warning and Mindcrime, but it's
yep,
so
it's a trip.
fucking great. Because the first song I heard off of that was Nueve Regal, or however you say
Oh, I
that.
love No Regel.
And dude, and I heard it on Metal Shop, and I was like, "Whoa, what is this?" And just that dude, and then that the way it kicks in, I was like, "This is a fucking great song." So that was the first one I heard off Rage, and yeah, but that album is very eclectic from song to song through the
Yeah.
entire thing. It's really good, man.
It's definitely for I think it sounds like a band that, they got to through the warning, and then it sounds like a record where they're like they really reached for it on like, well, okay, we're just gonna try stuff, man. and
Yep. See what
and
happens.
then they're like figuring out who they are. They're like pushing their boundaries all over the place with that album. There's
Yep.
all kind of, like you said, it's so diverse. There's all kind of different stuff on there, from metal to borderline goth
Yeah.
to prog. And then they pulled it all back in, not all back in, I don't mean it like that, but they pulled it back in tight
Yep.
for Operation Mindcrime. And it was like, that's the first record where I think you get like, where Queensryche really sounds like they have, where they really like set down their identity
Well, they
with
hit their
that
stride
record.
with that one easily. Yeah, and then forward too.
Yeah.
They had the Queensryche stamp on it. You could tell immediately where they were get. But I'm with you though. That EP and the warning, it, yeah, it is derivative, but it's heavier than shit. And I love watching that live in Tokyo video just because when they play those songs live and in that setting, it's just so good. Take
Yeah,
Hold of
dude.
Flame just takes on a whole new identity. Man, oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. That's one. Now that the more we've talked about that record, now, if we were gonna do like if I was doing the actual order, I would have that one at number four and just move
Mhm.
everything else.
Sure.
Well, I might actually bump Accept up over that Van Halen. I don't know. Anyway, Queensryche wouldn't have been. There's a couple of Sabotage is real close to being in the Sabotage of this list. If this was like an actual list, Sabotage would have been I was gonna say at number one, but I'm like, what else does he have? You got me because it was early with that one.
I'm
So
sorry that might have been a little
it's all good.
strategic on my part, but
It's all good, man. That's what makes this fun.
this would be a good. I know we keep talking about doing a critical analysis episode for an album, and actually we've talked about Hall of the Mountain King. I think we were discussing maybe doing that one. This would be another good one too.
Yeah.
Breaking that one apart. So
I think a lot of these records would be interesting for that.
yeah,
Um, but yeah,
absolutely.
especially those two were like, I think in terms of like if you talk to metalheads, um, I would almost guarantee. most metalheads of our age that grew up, at the time we did, if you had to make a list of their top 50 metal records, a ton of lists would have Hall of the Mountain King and Mindcrime. Mindcrime for
Absolutely.
sure, but I
Yeah.
think Hall of the Mountain King was like, it's hard to deny it was their peak here in the
Yeah.
United States in terms of their popularity. I don't think Gutter Ballet did as well as Hall of the Mountain King even. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
No,
they
I think
talk about two
that's a fair
landmark
assessment.
records.
That's a totally fair assessment. I would say Mountain King was probably the peak here in the States. I mean, the diehards will go on a little bit further. I mean, I actually like Gutter Ballet. I like Streets.
I
I
love
never,
Gutter Ballet a lot. I like Streets, but that the concept is kind of has always been kind of
yeah.
it's a little bit ham-fisted on the record, like the in between banter and stuff, and it
Hmm.
just comes across. I just don't dig it
Yeah.
as much. Some of these, it's tough for the concept record though. Like sometimes it's like I love the Crimson Idol by Wasp. Some of that in between song, I don't know, but Streets was just like maybe a little. It was starting to. That's where the band was starting to get really a lot more dramatic. They hinted at it with Gutter Ballet with that
Hmm.
song and When the Crowds Are Gone,
Yeah.
but there was still some of that, of Rage and War and
Yeah.
um
Streets becomes a little bit more Broadway.
yeah, there isn't as much like other than the title track, there isn't a ton that's like um yeah, that Sabotage just gut punch
Hmm.
heavy on it. So I don't know. That was
Yeah.
like that's like kind of like my splitting off. I was just talking to a buddy yesterday about we were talking about Edge of Thorns. Like I like that record, but the stuff with Zach never really did much for me.
No.
I kind of drop off. I'm one of those people that I would rather listen to Fight for the Rock than anything they did without John
Yeah.
singing, except for Poets and Madmen, which I think is
Hmm.
great. Not that there's not great songs on, and Zach Stevens is a great singer. I mean, I'd kill to have his vocal range. I'm just for
Sure.
whatever reason, I just like
That's,
John Oliva.
well, I was gonna say we all grew up, from the start listening to that with John Oliva. Actually, a little side note, did you ever really get into John Oliva's Pain when he was doing that project?
Um,
I made a huge connection with that very first one. I thought it was stellar. I played it over and over. I don't know if, again, sometimes music hits you at the right time in your space in the universe, and that one got me. And I, to this day, love that record. Everything else beyond that was like, so so. But that first one was really, really, really
that's
good.
one of those things I need to go revisit. I like the Dr. Butcher a good bit.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't really know. I'm not as familiar with the Pain stuff as I should be because I love John. I think though part of the appeal for me for Sabotage was not only John's voice, which was unique and really unique for the for that style, but the way that Chris played. I mean,
Oh
Chris was a
God.
guitar god. I mean, I
Yep.
seeing those dudes live. I mean, he was up there with the best of them, and that was a total such a terrible, tragic loss.
Yeah.
And that's a guy that never, outside of sabotage circles, and he just never got his due. And it's a shame he didn't live to see the success that everyone else in the band is seeing
Right.
with Trans Siberian Orchestra, or
Yeah.
or at
Yeah.
least like John has reaped the rewards from that, and Johnny Lee Middleton, the bass player, and
Yeah.
Chris Caffrey, like those
Cafferty.
guys,
Yeah.
like
They actually just
um,
released the players for the two coast touring companies, and it looks like I don't know if I'm going this year, but it looks like I would get a chance to see Cafferty play this time. And I've only seen him once. We went last year for our first time, and it was well worth the money, man. That was really really good show.
we're
But
going, yeah, we're going December 20th. Aaron and I are
nice,
taking my brother-in-law for Christmas. He wanted to go last year. We just didn't pull it together to go,
yeah,
so we got it for him for his birthday.
that's
Got him
cool.
tickets, and so I'll have to look. I'm anxious to see who. Not anxious. I don't mean like that in a bad way, but I'm like
No,
interested to see who the
yeah,
who the touring lineup is, like who the singers are going to be, and
Yeah. Actually, it was John Oliva that posted it. I think that's where I saw it. And they had the East and West Coast companies with the personnel lineups. So
well, I'm assuming you're in East Coast, right?
I am closer to East Coast. Yep.
So that'd be Chris Caffrey would be on our side.
Yeah,
Cool. I'm hoping for
that's the
Jeff
way it
Scott
looked
Soto.
anyway. And Soto was, I think Soto was East Coast because I got to see him last year. Soto played when we went and saw him in Milwaukee. So
Nice.
anyway, so there you have it, folks. That is what a blind ranking looks like. We'll do it again, hopefully, sometime soon. We'll do that with some special guests again coming up soon. But if you enjoyed it, had fun, thought it was crazy, you've got suggestions or anything, we always like to tell you at this point in the show, like and subscribe, hit the notification button,
Yeah, hit the bell, man.
leave us some
Ring
comments.
a bell.
Ring my bell.
I'm all scratchy. We just was singing Saturday night, and I'm like, hello, hello.
My name is Butch. So, all right, lots of stuff coming up. We got our, well, it would have passed already, but hopefully by the time you watch this episode, you will have watched our Sleaze Model episode and really enjoyed it and watched it from start to finish and commented and liked and hit the
Yes, and
notification button.
told your friends about us.
I gotta find
Hey,
a sound clip of that somewhere.
you know what? It might be. I wonder if it's on. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I know that album is up on. It's so funny. Like it's so random. Like Margaret will message me sometimes and just send me some song, and she'll be like, "Oh, this song's a banger," and um our paths like cross when it comes to like some classic rock or power. Like she'll find a power pop song and so, oh, you'll probably like this. Like, oh, check out Nikki and the Corvettes was one of the ones that she like hit me to, or she'll send me this or that. And then out of nowhere, she sends me a link to the video for that time of year by Vinnie Vincent Invasion. I'm like, you like this? She's like, that chorus is straight up fire or something. Like she like loved it. I'm like,
Isn't that awesome?
okay, it's wild. I'm like, you get the first record's even better. I mean,
You were like, I didn't see that one coming.
no, not. I'm like, I said that guitarist was in Kiss for us. She's like, I know, I looked it up.
It's funny, just the other day too. It's like ever since we went and saw, the Cannibal Corpse tour, Ian and his band buddies have just been like on this municipal waste like kick. And then all of a sudden he comes down the other day. He's like, "Hey, Dad, you ever listen to Meatloaf?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Dude, they're awesome." Like, where'd that come from? Way out of left field. But I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
how do you get into Meatloaf?
I don't know. These kids, man, they listen through their phones all the time, and they've all got Pandora channels and YouTube playlists, and they share stuff. And I don't know. He's on his way to work, and I guess Bad Out of Hell came up, and he says I sat and I listened to it, and I got like three songs in, because I was like, this is really good. So Saturday night, what do you think we were playing? We were listening
That's
to
a
Meatloaf.
great record band.
Oh God, yeah,
Dude, for
hell yeah,
crying out loud, what a great song.
yep.
I saw them, not them. I saw Meatloaf in 1990.
Wow,
I went home for spring break. This was like one of those things that I was in a theater company in high school, and for whatever reason, I don't know who started doing it, but the Bat Out of Hell record was really popular among us at the time. I especially like I remember for everyone loved For Crying Out Loud, and
yeah,
everyone loved Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Of course, people still do,
yeah.
but we went to see him and at maybe Lafayette College. I came home for spring break. Someone said, "Hey, Meatloaf's playing. We're gonna go. We'll get you. We'll get you a ticket."
No kidding.
So I went. And he was awesome.
Yeah,
Like and every song was like it wasn't just like he came out and just played the songs. Every song was like a stage,
yeah,
not like in terms of like production, in terms of props and stuff, but in terms of he would just like extend things out and the band would vamp. They did the beginning of All Wrapped Up with No Place Together. There was this whole like workup at the beginning where Meat's like, slicking his hair back and stuff because that song's got that 50s
Yeah. Uh-huh.
kind of vibe, and he's like slicking his hair back on stage, like real dramatic and over the
Wow.
top. And his voice sounded great at the time. And this is
Yeah.
obviously this is before he had his second wind with
Yep.
Bow Out of Hell 2. I
Yep.
mean, this was would have been on the. This is several years after Blind Before I Stop, which was a big failure.
Yeah.
But those records, man, like Dead Ringer, Midnight the Lost and Found,
Good
Bad
stuff.
Attitude, and then some of Blind Before I Stop. Like all those records have great stuff on them.
Yeah.
None
Yep.
as consistent as Bad Out of Hell. Once Steinman like wasn't writing with him,
It changed. Yeah.
it changed. It's just like the Bad for Good record by Steinman is cool,
Hmm.
but Meat's not singing on it
Right.
because his voice
Exactly.
was
I was just gonna bring
he,
that up.
he
Yep.
had that whole thing going on with his voice at the time and couldn't sing, so Steinman did a record himself.
Yeah.
But he can't sing, so not like Meat can anyway.
No. No. Those two had to be a
Mr.
pair.
Loaf,
Mr. Loaf.
never
It's
let your meat loaf.
I always remember seeing pictures of Meatloaf. You know, I, we're getting off track here.
Make it
I'd go
another
to the
episode.
I'd go to the grocery store, with my mom, and then I would just hang up by the magazine rack and I'd look for Kiss stuff. And I remember forever, I'd always find these pictures of Meatloaf, and it was always a big close up of him sweating. And I was a
Yeah,
kid, I'm like, who is this big fat Meatloaf guy who's sweating all the time? I'm like, why is he in every one of these magazines, man? And it wasn't until years later that I finally figured it out and was like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. But those first impressions, man, they're hard to shake.
dude, I can't tell you how many times too. Like I've gone into like I remember going into a Subway. This happened to me a few times. I go in a Subway and I remember the girl behind the counter was like, "Anyone ever tell you look like Meatloaf?" I'm like, dude, I'm like, I know. First of all, I know I'm fat, and they always try to back out of it. No, it's the long hair. It's like, no, it's because I'm chubby and have long hair. Like I was on a cruise with my sister and her family and my mother, and everyone went to bed because they were all soft. And my sister's like, she had her two kids with her cute kids, and her husband were with her, and she would like turn in at 10, and I was just like, why don't you just like have your husband have him take care of them, and you come out and hang out with me.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm hanging out by myself late at night, like just like smoking cigarettes and drinking on this cruise ship, and I get this elevator going back to my room, and there's all these drunk people in the elevator. The one guy looks at me and he goes, Meatloaf. And you just hear this dude behind me. He's like, dude, like, not cool. It was so funny. I'm just like, I've heard it before. Just like, it was just, hey, Meatloaf, dude.
You should have turned around and busted out. Heaven can wait.
Dude, if I could sing like that, I could make this work for me. I could get my red handkerchief
There,
and go. I'd get my suspenders and my white puffy shirt.
there you go. You can get the misses on stage with you. And you can do the paradise back and forth. See?
That's right. On a hot summer night,
Would
would you
you
give your
give your
throat to
throat
the
to the
wolf
wolf
with
with
the
the red
red
roses?
roses?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Anyway, we
all
should do an
right.
episode on meatloaf.
Yes.
That's for the sake of heaviness. Erin's like cracking
We,
up. She's over here like
she's
off
like,
camera,
what
like
are you two doing? And on that note, folks, we will see you on the next episode of Let's Talk About Meatloaf. I mean,
yeah, for the
for the
sake
sake of
of
happiness.
happiness. In your face.